Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the round of 16 of the WardiTV Monday number 18. It's great to be back again. I hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OST as we have wrapped up the vetoes and we're jumping into our second series of the night. And spawning in the top or in the bottom left-hand corner of El Dorado, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg. It is Dark. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the German Protoss player, the Green Protoss, representing Streamer Zone. It is Jumy. And you know what time it is. It's Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck in the chat. Dark is going to be the heavy favorite. That is true. But this morning, if you missed out on it, I do recommend the VODs. We did feature Jumy in a best of 5 against a Laser, and Jumy, he popped off. He went crazy, and he really did show us that, of course, Jumy, he's got a little bit of that NA inside him, if you will, and is willing to be crazy, willing to be unorthodox, willing to be hyper aggressive in your face, and I'm curious to see how he does approach Dark. I'm happy to see them face off, and I want to see what he brings to the table, how he does compare. Of course, still Dark is the favorite player, that is true, but I would love to see some back and forth between these two players, and we'll see if Dark can keep up with the shenanigans of Jumy. For now, Gate Expand. Gate Expanded, a Cybercore standard opener here out of our Protoss player. Likewise, Dark going for a Hatch Gas Pool standard opener as well. So far, everything looking as it should. But welcome one and all to El Dorado, because even though the openers are standard, the map is not. El Dorado is one of the most vetoed maps in the map pool. We rarely see this map. Is a rare sight alongside maps like Ultra Love, maps like Neo Violet Square as well. So I'm happy to see us here, and I'm curious to see what our plan is. Now, a reason why this map is so often vetoed: one, the rush distance by air is very short. The rush distance by ground is short as well, especially if both players expand it towards each other. We have seen many a queen walk across the map and many an all-in as well. On top of that, goal bases. We have goal bases available. We have one goal base per player and a center goal base that they can fight for as well. So there's a lot that does come into play here. Center Zonaga to get eyes on any kind of move outs, and we'll see what our players go for here. Jumy opening up with the Stargate, and the Stargate is hidden further back in the main. Now, it is not uncommon in this matchup, specifically on this map, to go for Tempest Rush. We've seen a lot of Tempest Rush here on El Dorado, so that is a viable option for Jumy. For Jumy to throw down the Stargate further back tells us that he intends to hide what comes next. Now, this could be, say, an Oracle opener into a second Oracle, banking them up, and then going for a delayed move out. This could be for a Void Ray opener into a Fleet Beacon into Tempest. It could be something different as well. We'll see what Jumy goes for. But now he's more concerned about keeping it hidden, keeping it secret, keeping it safe. Do we go for the Void Ray of the Oracle? There it is, the Oracle's on the way. And I believe with this Oracle opener, we should be seeing it rallied back at home and kept hidden, and we bank up until a second Oracle before moving out. I would imagine, otherwise there's not really too much reason to keep it further back in the main. Meanwhile, the Lings. Ooh, Lings, they do slip in, and the Ling will up, does it? Ooh, barely does not scout. Checking the vision here, Dark, he does not get eyes on the tech. He does see the pylon, but doesn't see much more than that. But the question is, does Jumy know? Is he aware? I mean, it's hard to be sure. As Dark does expand linearly towards the north side. First Oracle is going to be staying back at home. As we did mention, again, the reason why you would hide the first Stargate like this is to bank up an Oracle. As I say that, though, it is now moving out across the map. Meanwhile, Dark going for his own Bane Bust. Jesus. Baliness on the way. I would imagine just a defensive Baliness more than anything, as Dark, he's keeping up. He did scout the Oracle. He's getting in position. 2 queens towards the third. Likewise, the queens, they do set up here at the natural as well. They are in position. As the Oracle is going to be zoned away. And the Jumy does expand towards the south instead. Interesting. Okay, does go for the southern expansion. Expanding away from his opponent. Alas, Dark does already open up this attack path and will expand himself. Going for the lair, extra gases. And just now throwing down this tech. So again, I believe the Baliness was because initially, if you recall, Dark didn't actually see the tech. He didn't see the Oracle until after he had thrown down the Baliness, so it was just a precaution in case it was something more aggressive. So Dark would have something to work with. If it were to be like Levitt Epps or an Archon, sorry, a charge roll in. You know what, Darky moves out. And he will threaten the third. Doesn't get much done. Going for a Bathing Water Buy. Right into the mineral line. Dark getting his own fourth base as well. Plus on melee's on the way. Looks like it's going to be a Ling Bait into Hydra. No roaches. As Bailings are waddling in. Up! Oh, no reaction. No reaction. Massive connection. 6 probes going to be going down. Already a good start here for Dark. Likewise, Oracle moves in, but Elastic Queens, they keep up and the Oracle gets no damage. So far, 1 kill on the Oracle. And so far, that is not good enough. Not like this. As the Oracle does race back, we do have the follow-up. It's going to be a Robo into a Bay, into Colossus production, Gateway Explosion as well. Jumy is building up and turtling up and teching, but it does take some time for this to really kick into high gear, and as a result, Dark has free reign. He has free map control, double expanding, getting a 4th base, getting a 5th base. Remember, Dark, he skipped tech, he skipped his roaches, going straight into Hydras instead, going straight into Ling Bane Hydra, and from here, he can even just rush into Hive. Dark is being active. Getting eyes on the would be 4th. Unable to do much about it. Zings, they poke in. Plenty of an to defend. Dark is forced back. Now it is going to be forced back. Colossus are on the way. Jumy, he is at least stabilizing on 3 bases and soon to be getting a 4th. But Dark, he's free to attack. And there it is. If it's Sagement, this should be for the Hive. This should be for Vipers and Lurkers. Should it be getting there? As I was assuming Jumy would take the gold base. He does take a gold, but he would take the forward gold instead. Bold move. A bold move here by Jumy, rushing into the forward gold. Dark, for the time being, is unaware. We'll poke in. Last is going to be zoned away. It's going to be forced back. Jumy building up his army. Getting up to how many Colossus at this point? 2, soon to be 3, soon to be 4. Jeez. Getting up to 4 Colossus. That's a lot of Colossus. Okay, let's go. I mean, they can trade well against Ling Bane Hydra, but the problem here is the Vipers. We're not quite there yet. The Hive is about to finish. Once it's done, the Vipers should hit the field. And again, there is no answer here to the Vipers, not yet. As Dark is just freely macroing. He's just freely macroing, freely teching. Just calming things down, building up. Here we go, the Vipers have arrived. The Hive upgrades as well. Getting into Hydra Lunge and Lurkers. Dark, once again, he rotates towards the top side, towards that natural. As the wall's on the wall. Yeah, the wall is wide open. Nice force field. Does stem the tide, but Lings, they flood into the main. Colossus have revealed. Colossus, they have revealed themselves. Lings, they bust into the main. A couple of probes are going down. Jumy is attempting to respond. The Lurkers now morphing in. These are Lair Tech Lurkers. Hive upgrades have yet to complete. And Jumy doesn't give into a base trade. Starts to move out. Now he falls back. He falls back to the natural Lings. They do bust in. Probe's going to be going down. The wall is being broken. Jumy out of position. And here come the Lurkers. I assumed... Wait. Did we cancel? No, Lurkers are here. They're back at home. So Dark, it looks like he was getting ready for a counterattack. Alas, there was none. 18 probes going to be going down as the Lurkers did fall here at the natural. And Lurkers, they're here in time. They defend. Lurkers, they shut down the Zealots. Lings knocking down those rocks. Main army pushing forward. Lurkers have to reposition. Vipers as well. And again, the Vipers, they're the answer to the Colossus. They're here to abduct. Lurker range has completed. And show us those yoinks. Oh, he gets one. Gets one, gets two. Can he get more than that? It's not quite. The Vipers are targeted down, but regardless, two Colossus going down is still brutal. Darky has to back up. Does fall back. But again, he should have enough to engage. As he goes for a runway instead. The goal base is still up and running for Jumy. But Darky's maxed. At this point, he is maxed out. Lings, once again, they slip into the main. They slip into the main race. They force Jumy back home. Lurkers, they get in position. They deny mining here at the gold. And Jumy's just being torn apart. He just cannot keep up. Not with this kind of army. The rocks have fallen. More lurkers waddling in to make sure that there is no back and forth. There's no gold base. Not anymore. Not either here or in the other location either. As things, they just keep flooding in. They do run into the Colossus, which is less than ideal, but the base is still going down. And Dark, he can push now forward into the third. 17 probes falling. Paling's morphing in. The Lunkers are ready. Oh my god, no! As detection was a little bit late there, and Stalkers, they do take the brunt here of the Lurkers. So many Stalkers go down. Palings are trying to waddle in. Nice defense here by Jumy, but GG gets caught. It's just too much damage in the lead up, and Dark will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Dark does take a lead in the series, and we'll see if Jumy can bounce back and force the ace match. I'm curious what game 2 is going to be. What map we're going to be loading into. How does this story end, or how does it continue? Let's go. Again, it was really bold of Jumy to go for the forward gold base, and hey, he got away with it. He got away with the gold. He was able to get it fully saturated, which was quite impressive. Unfortunately, we did see a couple of holes in his defense. As Jumy was moving out, he got attacked, so he had to race back home. He was out of position. Lings, they flood into the mineral lines, and from there, he was torn apart. Likewise, Dark did a great job at identifying that Jumy was being more Mac-oriented, that Jumy was expanding and teching, and as a result, Dark was free to tech himself, to tech into Hive, tech into Vipers. By the time Jumy moved out with his 4 Colossus, Darky was ready, not just with Vipers, with Lurkers as well. He was more than prepared for the move out, and he was able to shut it down. GG. GG, well played. With that, Dark does take a lead, and now we're getting into game number 2. We're going to be loading into Ultra Love. Let's go. Let us go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing currently himself, one of his final tournaments here of his career, or at least of before he does go to military service. Going for the 12 pool, it is Dark. Let's go. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the German Protoss player, the Green Protoss, representing Streamer Zone. It is Jumy. We go. As we have our initial 12 pool with this Dark, he can move out across the map initially with earlier Lings. Worker moves out as well. And we are setting up for the hatch block. Let's go. Hatchery is on the way. Lings behind this as well. Dark going to be cutting workers here at 14. Overlord popping out, but I believe this will just be for the Lings. As Lings are on the way, the drone, I believe, is spotted. Big scout. Nexus first. Oh no. Oh, Nexus. He's crazy. Nexus first. Okay, into the forge. Okay. Axes the cannons. Does Jumy just die? It's hard to say. I mean, the Lings are on the way. Hatchery into the main. There's nothing to defend. There is no zealot. There's no unit. There's no cannon. The forge is halfway done, but the Lings are coming. Again, Jumy, he went Nexus first. He's crazy. Now, the wall should buy time. Okay, it should buy time for the cannon. The cannon should complete. We need the cannons. There we go, cannons on the way. Lings, they can get on top of the gateway. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close here. Will that cannon finish in time as the gateway is taking a lot of damage? Jumy, he may have to just re-wall. As the gateway's under fire. There we go. It's going to be a kill, not a cancel. Gateway goes down, and the cannon does complete. Whew. At the same time, though, we have a second gas geyser. So 2 gases are on the way, alongside a roach warren, and of course, the lava in the main. As the boys are being pulled, that's a lot less mining time. How much is mining here? We have 9. 9 probes mining in the main, as opposed to the 11 plus workers here in the main base of Dark, alongside the gas income as well. So Dark, he has a better economy. Despite the 12 full, Lings, they get past the cannon, they slip in. And again, roaches are in production. Probe's going to be going down. Big Picos here for Dark, slipping into the main. And again, roaches are on the way. Dark, he was just so fast to throw down that roach warren and to get into that roach production. The surround! The zealot gets caught. Yeah, no support from the cannon or from the shield battery. I mean, there are no shield batteries. Roach has arrived. Boys being pulled. Second roach has made it. So far, good control. Doesn't get surrounded. No! One roach does get surrounded, but it may not matter. Second roach gets surrounded as well. Ravager morphs in. Nice kiting here by Dark. GG, well played. Good luck in the next round. And Dark, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. I didn't even get a chance to update the bracket in game. GG, well played, Dark. He will claim the 2-0, will advance on, and Jumy is knocked out of the tournament. A very aggressive build, just really chaotic game in general, not just because of Dark's build and Dark's opener, but because of Jumy's opener as well, going Nexus first. It was just a very chaotic start there, very chaotic game. GG, well played. I do apologize for not updating the game, the map score in game. Usually that happens. Usually that happens whenever we whenever like there's cheese early on, so I just forget about it because like it was a 12 full 12 full with the proxy hatch in the main, so there was a lot going on, a lot of chaos, a lot of havoc. But with that is a 2-0. With that, congratulations to Dark, and we're going to be following Dark into the next round. Oh boy. If you recall, Dark, he already had an opponent waiting for him. It is going to be the Korean Terran player in Cure. So up next is going to be a ZvT between Dark and Cure. Do wish them both the best, and vetoes are underway.